how likely, are some of these issues that you've raised likely to impact on escalation of violence and, perpetuate this cycle of gender-based, violence in deeply traditional society like ours, like the one we have here in Nigeria? One, an issue where, for instance, a child, whether a boy now or a girl, sees or witnesses where the mother is being constantly beaten. Two, what happens or how significant is the employment status relative to the woman now? And how does that constitute part of the underlying issue likely to drive escalation of gender-based violence like we see in Nigeria? So these are two issues I would like for you to talk on.
Okay, so if I'm to look at that very deeply, I'll start from the fact that our society still has what we describe as male child preference. So in the end, because of this, you find that a lot of girls are not just out of school, they are disempowered because of lack of education. And at the point that they get married, at times there's, in addition to lack of education, there's also no skills, there's lack of economic empowerment, and they are actually fully dependent. Even though we expect that their needs are taken care of by their spouses in the relationship, but at times complete lack of economic empowerment, lack of education could also impact on the kind of power play within the homes. It could also impact on the relationship. And at the point that it results into battery, and the children witness this, it's really very unfortunate because most times what we have seen is that the children of such homes feel like that is the norm, and then they take it on for life until maybe they get to a point where they are educated, reorientated on the need to recognize peace as a means of relationship. So if you look at the family setting from an African background, from a cultural background, I think we need to do better in terms of understanding patriarchy, not as a tool for oppression, but as a tool for collaboration, as a tool for respect, as a tool for acknowledgement of the fact that the world cannot stand on one feet. You need the 2 feet, you need the 2 wings to be able to develop processes. And if you look at some of the research findings, it has shown that inequality, which oftentimes leads to gender-based violence, gender-based discrimination, is a key to reducing productivity, is a key to achieving low level of development in any developing country or even in advanced countries. And there is need to pay attention to gender inequality. And when we talk about gender inequality, it's not about men becoming women or women becoming men, because that's the notion that is very common out there. When you talk about gender equality, it means giving equal opportunities to men and women, to enhance their ability to grow and develop and become meaningful players in their families, meaningful players in the society that they belong to. So unequal power relations oftentimes lead to domestic violence, wife battery, and this is not good enough for the kind of society that we envisage. You spoke about the ideal, where there is peace, where there is respect for the dignity of the human person earlier on. It should not remain as an ideal. It should be practicalized.
Okay.
It should be something that we build our nations on, so that there will be peace for everyone.